How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Redemus Maximus,
I'm your Star Queen.
and we have a special guest with us here today, Mr. Mac.
Hey, how you doing, folks?
This is one of our personal gaming buddies, and we're going to actually be doing something pretty special thanks to this guy right here.
Mac is the master of magic, and tonight we have a very special treat for you guys.
We are going to be cracking open some Legends packs from Brother War and some set boosters from Brothers War as well.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, we're going to see if we can't make some money here.
That's right. That's right.
Actually, we're looking for like chase cards and
Yes.
just crazy stuff because I know this young lady over here is a big Transformer freak.
Yep,
So
this
Yes.
stuff does have some cool Transformers cards in there.
there's one guaranteed in every single one of these packs. So we're going to take a look and see what happens.
Because this is the collector's edition, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Yep, cool. So, well, enough talk. Let's get to the good stuff.
Yeah, let's get into it. All right, let's dance. So we're going to start with the set boosters first. They have multiple rares. You can get, I believe, some Transformers. It is kind of a maybe one or two per box. We'll see how that happens.
I heard it was very mixed in this set.
It is. Now, the crazy thing is the collector's editions, you're not going to get as many of the set rares from the actual set. You're going to get more retro stuff out of it. That's what we've been finding.
Gotcha.
So, and you're guaranteed one Transformer out of each one of these, and the numbered cards, the serial numbered cards, which are going for a ridiculous amount of money at the moment.
You can also only get the Shattered Glass alternate arts for the Transformers cards in the collector's set as well, not in the regular set.
Yeah.
Bingo.
So let's talk a little bit of history of Magic here. I was doing a little bit of research before looking into this set. Brothers War was one of the first book series, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool. So this is kind of a, like, is it a homage or is this going back to...
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a character named Teferi, and he gets roped into traveling back in time, and eventually, because that's his thing,
Yep.
and eventually he comes back to Dominaria before everything went nuts. And there's these two brothers, Mishra and of course Urza, and their big rivalry, and that's what this entire set is about. You're going to end up with an insane amount of artifacts. You're going to end up with an insane amount of stuff called Phyrexian, because that was Mishra's whole thing, which is also going to be the next set. Is,
Okay,
kind
that's
of a
interesting.
back to back Phyrexia. We'll see how
Back to
that
back to
goes.
back to back. Okay.
Yeah, that thing. Like
Interesting.
return to Phyrexia.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, this is, I've opened up a few packs already, just kind of check it out, and it's phenomenal.
That's good.
Good.
Yeah, it's a good set. We as the gamers actually really enjoy this. Plus, all the throwback cards really make it a really nice, rounded set for us.
Right. So now you've obviously been playing pretty much since the beginning, correct?
Day one.
Day one. When was day one?
God, 93, 94, somewhere around there. I don't remember. I'm getting old. But 1994 was the...
94. Okay. Yep. Well, yeah, because that was, oddly enough, about the same time as Pokemon came out. Because I think Pokemon was 95.
Pokemon
Yeah.
came out in
Yep.
95.
Yep.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Was 98.
That's right. Yeah. Isn't that kind of weird?
There were a few other games in there. Vampire card game, another one called Doom Patrol. But yeah, this was pretty much it. The beginning of the craze that we consider, collectible card games.
Yep.
This is
And
the
it still
daddy of all
rules. Yeah, it rules the market.
Yeah, actually, it's the very first game to, I think it's tabletop game, because it's still considered tabletop, to hit $1 billion.
That is
net
correct.
worth.
Yep.
Wow.
It was the first tabletop game, not just card game, tabletop game to hit $1 billion worldwide as well.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's just Hasbro owns it now, so they've got a lot of money behind it. So, ready
Is
to
it
dance?
Hasbro or is it Wizard of the Coast?
Wizards of the Coast is the one who makes it. Hasbro owns Wizards of the
Yes.
Coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's a little bit of tidbit for me.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Good old Hasbro.
Yeah.
Fine folks of Star Wars figures.
Yeah. Well, and one of the other interesting things here is obviously beyond the factor there's the Transformers logo in there.
Yeah,
That's
it's
kinda
kind of hidden in
interesting.
there.
Yeah.
It's also sprinkled into the wording. If you look on the back of the collector's set, if you want to spin that around for me, look at what it says.
Blind as a bat. That's what it
Yeah.
says. There we go. Let's see.
What's the top white text?
Roll out.
Wow.
Exactly.
Okay.
Who said roll out? Who always said roll out?
Optimus.
Prime.
Okay.
Optimus Prime.
What was the tank's name?
Which one?
Yeah,
There's
which one?
multiple.
There's a lot.
for the Autobots. They
Warpath?
no, not Warpath. There was one more.
Then you're going into obscure there.
No, maybe
don't know.
I'm thinking of something different.
You might be
Anyway,
thinking of something. If you're thinking of Megatron, then
no.
Yeah, it was Megatron.
Or Blitzwing.
Obviously, we know Megatron, but
Anyway, all right. So
Yeah, let's-
actually, the guy John Goodman, the voice that he did in Transformer movies.
oh yeah,
yeah.
and he had the tank shell as a cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're talking
Oh
about.
yeah, that I forget his name, but that was supposed to be Hound, but not Hound, but Hound.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hound. But Hound was the Jeep, wasn't
He
it?
was the Jeep. Yeah,
Yeah, he was the
He
Jeep.
was
There you
supposed to be the kid-friendly character before Bumblebee started doing numbers.
That's
and
right. That's right.
Yep.
So obviously, I know a lot about that. Tia, on the other hand, if
She's
you
a
need
whole nother level.
anything regarding Transformers, that's where you go. She
Oh, I
knows.
was rewriting some Titan lore today for the RPG.
Yeah,
so,
it's pretty nuts.
Oh God, I love my friends.
but to Magic though.
Yeah.
I was
Going
gonna
back
say,
to Magic.
We all ready to do this?
Oh yeah. Let's take
yeah.
a look at what's
Let's
in there.
crack that baby open.
And then obviously, so while we're doing this, what exactly got you into Magic?
Yeah.
Actually, it was Warhammer 40K.
Oh.
Okay.
I've been
Okay.
playing 40K or Warhammer 40,000 to some people. Warhammer 40K since 86.
86. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And I was just in a local game shop, Game Preserve. It was in the Greenwood Park Mall years and years ago. And I walked in, and a gentleman that was managing the place, his name was Steve Whiteside. I walk in with all my kit. I set it down on the table. He's like, "Macintosh, you like games, right?" And I'm like, "I guess." And he threw me a starter deck of Alpha and a couple of packs. He goes, "I don't have any more of this. You buy it." So I bought it.
Wow.
And yeah, that was the start of the addiction. I thought 40K was expensive. Holy
Yeah.
mackerel.
No kidding. And you're how many thousands of dollars into
We
this?
don't want to talk about that because the IRS might be listening. So
Yeah,
we're not
no
getting
kidding.
Anyway,
Enough to
prank
buy a new
call.
car. Let's
Prank-
put it that
prank-
way.
Actually, I've sold my collection several times. It did fund a trip to Vegas. It did buy. I am driving one of my sales. So there is an insane amount of money, just like a lot of stuff in this game. You can pull some very expensive cards in here. The serial cards that you are able to pull out of here. Right now, as of this recording, minimum on an uncommon serialed, which is between 500 cards printed, is $385 for an uncommon.
Wow.
Whoa.
The highest I've seen is 8,000
Dang.
for
Okay.
a mythic. So now, granted, that's eBay, and this is like the very first weekend you can really dive into this stuff. So
Yep.
it's always going to be skewed a little bit.
Market depreciation hasn't kicked in yet.
Exactly. But when you throw in something that there's only 500 of these in existence, things get dumb quick.
Yeah. No kidding.
They tested the market with this little black card that was in Secret Layers, which is their Hasbro's on the website kind of purchase set. They hid a card in there was numbered, I believe it was 1 to 100, and they go for $2,000 right now, and they've been out for months.
So now, wait a minute. Is that one of the cards that Merlin pulled?
Nope.
Okay.
No. Merlin, his wife, the dragon, actually pulled. Gotta love her too. She pulled a serial card. It was an uncommon out of here. I don't know what the serial numbers really aren't. The actual serial number itself's not much of anything.
Yeah.
It's still 1 through 500.
Right.
Any of them is going to be about the same value. So she pulled an uncommon. I'm not sure what the card was. I haven't seen it yet. I just heard from them what they had pulled. So minimum 250-ish at least starting, and that's starting. And I've seen some of the groups on Facebook already post up just a ton of this stuff. The pull rate is 1% as far as we know.
Wow.
So you're looking at there's 12 packs in this. You buy 100 packs. In theory, you should pull at least one.
So basically, working at Powerball.
Yeah.
Powerball numbers.
Exactly. You got a better chance of riding a shark in a tornado with a laser on its head and
Get
winning the
shocked
Powerball.
twice.
And getting, and surviving it all.
Wow.
So-
Yeah. And so where did you pick these packs up at?
I actually got them from Ye Gamers Guild here in Greenwood, Indiana.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ye Gamers Guild, by the way.
Yep.
Yep.
Great place to go. Great place for role playing, obviously card games. Merlin, the gentleman that owns the place, yes, his name is Merlin. He's
He's about how long? Like 5,000 years old?
yeah, pretty much.
He's up there. We just made a magic card of him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, oh man, I had to look up actually what it was.
It's
called.
on the guild's page.
Yeah, it basically was the one with the hermit. It was the blue card.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sacrifice the hermit and you get yeah.
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 So, but yeah, Ye Gamers Guild, great place to go and kind of hang out. Merlin's a great guy.
Yeah, he's got tons of magic product. Tons of
Magic product, and if you're into role playing, that
He's
place
D&D
is
Central.
Oh, yeah.
and, yeah, we've got all kinds of stories coming from there. So,
All right, let's
anyway,
dance.
let's see what's in this thing.
All right, let's fold everything back.
Kind of a cool centerpiece.
Yep, there they are, Urza and Mishra, the two brothers.
So what was their deal? What was their beef? What caused this war?
Oh, really? I'm not sure.
Really?
I don't know. Here's the card. Tells a little bit about them.
Yeah, while we're opening packs, give us a little history lesson.
There you go.
All right. So we're going to go with Mishra first. For years, Mishra labored in his older brother's shadow. This tension would later lead to a war. A war Mishra was determined to win no matter what. A talented artificer in his own right, Mishra oversaw the production of legions of machines designed to destroy his oh-so-perfect sibling. I think this is a bit of a Dante and Virgil kind of territory we're going
Kind
in
of,
here.
yeah. A little
This is
Devil
what it
May
sounds
Cry
like.
going on.
And I mean, yeah, they've kind of got the looks down. One red, one blue.
Yeah.
Like,
Is one fast as fuck?
I don't know. I mean, one's an artificer using machines, so
Okay, yeah, I'd probably.
Mishra's beliefs are clear. Win the war at any cost. Meet Urza. Urza's name is legend across Dominaria, cursed and uttered with reverence, divisive as it is powerful. Long, long ago, Urza waged war with his brother Mishra and nearly destroyed his home plane in the process. A master of machines, he created an entire army with relentless focus. Victory.
Oh, interesting.
There we go. Yep. It's a really neat set. We all seem to really, really enjoy this just because it's got a lot of throwback cards.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
let's do a little quick kind of glance over the back side for everybody. Let's see. These are the Japanese prints, so we're going to see how that turns out. Wizards is notorious for two print places. One here in the U.S., which actually used to be in Belgium. Now I think they print here in the United States, and of course, they do print here in the United States, and of course Japan, where these came from.
Gotcha.
So let's dive in.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, is the collector's edition, is it any different packaging wise versus, let's just say, the regular one?
It is it's going to come with a lot of different variants of cards. You're going to get what we call schematics, and I'll dive into that when we pull one. It's not going to have these art cards, which is generally the first card that you pull, which are really, really neat.
Yeah,
but
those are gorgeous.
Yeah, it's basically kind of the what the artist came up with that they turned into, obviously, the cards. Some of them will have a little gold signature across it. Usually you get about one or two in every box. Sometimes it's only one, but yeah. Some of us collect it. Basically, I just put it into a binder and kind of set it off to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little collector piece.
Yeah.
I already see a really sweet swamp.
Yeah, what we're going to do first of all is we're going to slow roll the first few cards, and we'll go over some of the commons and stuff and just kind of take a look at everything. I'm not really going to do an insane deep dive into what every card means, but, different aspects. With the set boosters, you're always going to have an art card to start. You'll always get a land of some sort. Usually they're going to be a basic land. Sometimes you'll get a foil version of it.
Which those are always nice.
They are. And they're just real, they're chase cards for some people.
Yeah.
What you're also going to end up with is a lot of cards that, a lot of the basic cards is going to have this kind of mech motif to them. So, and that's kind of what we have here. So, basic swamp. Let's get focus here. Basic swamp and kind of a mech in front of it. So,
Cool.
There we go.
Very neat.
So we're going to set that off to the side, and then we're going to start in with some common cards. This is kind of one of the new cards that they've came out with, new abilities that they have. So you can either cast it for its original casting cost, or you can go down here and do what they call the prototype and get something a little quicker, but it's going to be a little less in abilities.
Yeah.
That's a kind of an interesting way to bring in the mech mechanic, though, to have like because a prototype is supposed to be a stripped down version of what the end goal is. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that's what we've kind of got here. So, and then we're going to have a few other cards like Epic Confrontation. Of course, there's the two brothers going at it. Most of the people in this genre of card games and know Magic are going to know that there's 5 colors of Magic, obviously, and we won't go over that. But you're going to see a lot of really cool stuff. Yeah. Mishra is more of what we call the Phyrexian wizard, and Urza is more of your good guy-ish, paladin. I don't want to say paladin, but about the as good as you can be in this game.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and if the viewers and everything are kind of into the Magic lore and stuff, maybe we can do a video on that, at a different time. But
Oh, you think Transformers lore is
gonna
something
say,
else? The
Magic gets
Magic
pretty
lore,
nuts.
yeah.
yeah, but
That would probably have to be a 2-parter.
yeah, leave a comment down below if you're interested in doing a Magic lore video. That'd be cool.
Yeah, there is an insane amount to this game.
Yeah.
Some people get into just the playability of the card. Some people get into the art of the card and buy it just for the art.
Yep.
Some people get into it for let's see if I can get info, just for the artist. There are people who collect. Let's see if I can get that one right there. So some people will buy the cards strictly on whoever buys or whoever drew the card.
Yep.
Like my playmat here is from a gentleman named Seb McKenna. I like Seb. He does great, just weird off the wall things. I haven't seen a card that he's done in this set yet, but the last one was just chock full of them.
Yeah.
So, everybody has their favorite. Let's see. Splitting the Power Stone. So, more cards. Let's get to some of the good stuff here.
So for those who don't know, Redemus also plays Magic. What was the thing that got you into Magic, Redemus?
Well, I remember also starting back in the 90s, but I was like late. So mine was about 98, 99, about 8 years old, 9 years old. And, it was a new card game, right? So we had
Right.
Pokemon during school, but then Pokemon got banned. It's
Of course.
basically the satanic panic of card games. At the
So
moment,
kids
right?
weren't getting jumped in your block for Pokemon cards, because that was happening in my school.
Oh no, they definitely were. We were
Okay.
we were getting cards stolen left and right of that. However, which is really ironic because we all were allowed to play Magic, right? So with the lore and everything else, especially the way the cards look, I mean, it's called Magic the Gathering, right? You would
Right.
think that would spark some kind of like Dungeons and Dragons thought process. But we were allowed to play it. So then we were just like, all right, well, we'll dip out of Pokemon for a little bit, try
Go
this
play
game
Magic.
out. Yep, and it's much like for like Pokemon and everything else. We were collecting it for the art and stuff.
Right.
The card game was still kind of nuts as far as the RTFC rules, and a lot of us were just interpreting it as 8 or 9 year olds would. Right. So we played. I mean, we had a great time with it, and then I kind of fell off the rocker with it for a little bit, just because we were in the process of like moving a bunch and all those kind of things. But then I immediately like picked it right back up, and I really got back into it about high school.
Okay.
One of the other legendary guests that we'll have on the show, the Wolfman, he's the one that kind of got me back into it, and this actually leads into how I met Mac. So he was working at Gamers, and they had moved over to, it was over by the Dollar General, where the Dollar General is now, right? In that little strip mall.
Correct. Yeah, on 135.
Yeah, so...
I was the nice one, by the way.
Yeah, well, yeah. He critiqued you on your Magic choices, but...
Yeah, but I never really complained about what you
No. He would just, try to give you the best options, too. But, yeah, no, so we would go there. We'd play in the... two-headed dragon tournaments and all this stuff and get our ass kicked a lot, and kind of fell off the bridge for that because I just wasn't at that competitive level. I really just like to play casual, and so standard wasn't my choice of game. But then Wolfman basically introduced me to Commander or EDH, And then we would sit down and we would play that, and we just enjoyed it. It was just a fun game. It was a little more strategic, a lot more involved. You could have multiple people playing at one time and it'd still be super fun. And then we went back in to play some Magic one day, but we had to leave. And the girlfriend I was dating at the time, we were going on like a paranormal investigation. And yeah, I don't remember exactly what was said, but we were talking about just randomly while we're looking at Magic cards and stuff. And Mac is chilling in, behind the counter and all this stuff, and just kind of overheard the conversation. And we got talking about it and all that. And we were like, well, hey, actually, we have a couple spots left. Do you have any interest in going to debunk this thing? And we went over to Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Kentucky. Needless to say, we debunked the shit out of that place.
For one of the supposedly most haunted places in existence, or at least in the United States,
Pretty barren.
it was tame.
Yeah, it was actually very tame.
It was quiet.
Yeah.
Now, granted, to really get a good idea of what that place is like, we would need to go back multiple times. I know you've talked about that.
Yep.
And we've got a baseline, so you always got to have a couple of shots at that kind of stuff.
Right.
So,
And also not go with 10 tourists.
well, there was, 2 or 3?
It was us and then 2 other team members from a different sector, basically, that we went because they're the ones that invited us.
Yeah.
And so then we ended up teaming up with them for a long time, doing more paranormal investigation stuff. And but we'll go back into more of that later. Let's talk about some of these cards.
I ended up pulling Mishra.
Nice.
This is one of the many cards of Mishra. So this is one of the brothers. And the cool thing about it is when you take this and another artifact, I believe it's called the Dragon Engine. We'll get to that if I pull it. When you get them on board, you can go through the abilities and eventually flip it over, both of them over, and this is the top half of the card.
Oh, cool.
And the other card, the artifact, becomes the bottom half. So
awesome.
It becomes this crazy
Kind of a
nightmare.
fusion card.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, but yeah, this is Lost to Phyrexia, and that, like I was talking about, that's going to be the next big set is Phyrexia. So
Awesome.
that's a
I like
hit.
that. That's really cool.
That's a really good hit. I like that card.
What else have you hit? Anything specific?
There's a couple of things in here I was going to point out real quick. One, because I always have to say it, Bone Souls ready. So there we got a Bone
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of
playtime. So yeah, good old Randy Savage.
Rest in peace, Slim Jim.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got things like I pulled Urza's Command and a few other really cool cards. We'll see how they roll out and Commander or EDH, whichever way you want to call it. Okay, so let's just trudge through some packaging here and see what we got.
So, does Mishra have any connection to Ramos the Dragon Engine, now that I think about it?
Apparently, if I heard correctly, Ramos the Dragon Engine is the... it's kind of like in Antiquities, which was a set that came out really, really early. I believe it was the first subset. People are going to murder me in the comments for that one. My brain's numb. It's called Old Age. There was a card called Dragon Engine, and there was a couple cards called Meekstone Power Stones.
Okay.
So that's the stones were Mishra or were Urza, but the Dragon Engine was created by Mishra. So Ramos is supposed to be the remnants of the original Dragon Engine, I believe. But y'all tell me if I'm wrong.
I was wondering about that because of what you said about the artifact, and I know that's a card, Ramos is one that I've been looking to pick up for a while. So I was wondering if there was any connection, and seeing some of the art for this set, those dragons kind of look the same.
And he's back in it, and you can get a retro-framed Ramos out of this.
Ooh, did not know that.
Yep.
I wonder if that will affect the pricing of the other Ramos then.
More often than not, it drops it.
That's what I thought, because I think the current one, when I was looking at it pre-Brothers War, was still sitting around $20, I want to say.
Yeah. So let's get our cards straight here. Yeah, that's the one thing that you're going to notice about these packs is you're going to get only a few common cards, quite a bit of uncommons. So if you're looking to bulk up on uncommons or better, set boosters is the way to go.
That's good.
Yeah. So we'll get these separated. And then I did hit another mythic here. I hit Awaken the Woods. Create X11 Green Forest Dryad Land Creature Tokens. That's actually pretty hot.
Ooh.
So if you're not familiar, there's a card that's called Dryad. There's a land card, I'm sorry, that is a creature, so you can drop it into play, and it's a 1/1 green creature, right? So you get to put something into play for free. So that's kind of what this does, except it creates the tokens. That's going to be kind of neat. I like that. So, yeah. And, of course, you always get a foil in these as well. So this one is...
What's all shiny?
They are. What's really funny is the camera doesn't pick that up at all. So it doesn't look like a foil even when I tilt it.
Are we sure
Maybe
that's a foil? That's very matte for a foil.
Well,
Oh wait, no, I kind of see it. It's very muted, but it's there.
Yeah, they've gone through a lot of iterations of foiling, and we've all hated them. Thanks, Wizards. Oh, hey, that one's stuck together. That's the swamp that I just pulled a few minutes ago. That's the Swamp. That's the creature that was on it. And of course, our basic land card and some dwarves and minotaurs and machines. Let's see what else there is. Now we're getting into our uncommons. There's quite a few of those. There's some really nice uncommons. This is was a big rare for a long time because it pretty much is part of the Stacks program. That's just that Stacks is kind of a deck that stacks up problems for your opponents where they can't cast spells or it costs them more to play stuff. It just makes life miserable.
So it's like board control, kind of.
Yeah,
okay.
100%. It's a nightmarish ability to do to your friends or so-called friends.
Yeah, I've played against board control. It's not fun.
That little foundry guy.
Unless you really know what you're doing and know what cards to hit, board control is a pain in any card game.
Yeah. You're also going to notice in this, they've brought in a lot of the old cards that would depict other wizards and other characters in the game that you've never seen. Like there's one called Hercule's Recall. Well, they've created Hercule, so here's that card. And they've got a lot of that. They've been doing that quite a bit for the last, I don't know, probably 10, 20 sets. Just slowly throwing in characters from the olden days, kind of throwing.
Right.
So, and then of course another foil that you can't tell it's a foil. Oh, there you go, a little bit of a shine. And then token cards. So, all right, let's try to keep my trash straight. And I believe that's Mishra on that one. That one's a really neat looking card. Here, take a look at that.
Ooh.
That's kind of neat.
Let's have a look.
I like that one. Good looking cards. Good looking art.
Yeah, you're right. That's Mishra.
Good looking art card. Hey, Reed.
Hey, how's it going?
Yep. Mishra Lost to Phyrexia by Chris Ron.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, let's pass by it again as I hand it to Rita.
Yeah, very cool. Oh man, that's dope.
There's some pretty cool stuff in this set.
Now, can you combine these cards to make any type of like full art? Like if I wanted to like put it in a frame.
There were some cards years ago that they did that from I'm trying to remember the name of the company. Ultra Pro did that because they used to make sleeves for this game. I think they still do, but they used to make them in 100 packs. And randomly inserted was either a piece of Black Lotus or a piece of Chaos Orb, two very old, very expensive cards.
Which you have those, correct?
I got a few of them.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, they're amazingly hard to get. And really, there's only one chase card out of each of the 9 that you need, and they're thousands of dollars.
Okay.
So they're pretty silly. Yeah, I hit some pretty good cards. Let's see. Skitterbeam Battalion. That's one of the mythics, if I can ever get into focus. There we go. And ended up with, a foil rare.
Nice.
So there's a few cards I'm kind of after. And we'll hopefully hit those when we get up to them.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Foil rare. And
very cool.
Let's mill through this.
I was going to say, let's blow through some more real quick.
Yeah, let's just trash through them.
So far, what would you say your favorite set has been?
Oh, wow. That's kind of a trick question. There's a lot of them. A lot of the old stuff that I really liked, like the Urza block was phenomenal. Anybody that's been playing the game since day one or played through that era of Magic, Urza's block was just a great set of cards.
Yeah.
It introduced a lot of new mechanics that we had never seen before, and that was kind of the big thing back then. Speaking of that, that's really kind of crazy. So I ended up with the Urza art card and Urza out of the same pack.
That's
nice.
cool.
So this is one of those flip cards.
Oh, the flip cards.
So this is the top half.
Yeah.
Something we've been noticing is you're not getting complete flip card combos in a box. I've only seen one of those in a box opening, and it was a full Urza foil. So they pulled it out of the collector's edition, and it was the top and bottom half. But everybody else we've seen, it's just bits and pieces of the 3 characters you can get like that.
That's
Which,
interesting.
I hate to say, that's actually pretty smart marketing.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course.
Kind of forces you to buy
it's-
more boxes.
It's cocaine, so.
Pretty much.
But hidden Urza. And we'll get to this card in a second.
Okay.
And then, of course, our foil card that we get. Flow of Knowledge. Draw a card for each island you control, and then discard 2 cards. And a little expensive for what it does. It's probably used in some deck. Now, there are hidden cards in this called set cards. And that's what that is. So you get a random card from something called the set list, which is thousands of cards apparently. You don't really know what's all on it until they do a release, and they always keep adding to that complete set. So, and this is one of them. Sometimes you get really good cards, sometimes you just get hot garbage. So
That's
but
fair.
set cards.
Cool.
So like I said, in just a set booster, we're already getting 7 or 8 different kinds of cards.
Yeah. That's cool.
And
That's
I
good.
haven't seen a Transformer yet.
No Transformers
They're
yet.
they're in here. But
Probably buried in there.
yeah, we might get one in this, and I keep hitting the camera. So
Yep.
let's not do that.
That's all right. That's what a gimbal's for. It auto collaborates and fixes it.
All right, let's.
So, Star Queen, what is your favorite type of deck to play right now?
Well, as many of our friends know, unfortunately, I have been constructing a dragon deck these
it's
past
pretty
couple
gross.
months, and it's pretty gross. It's mostly cobbled together from stuff that I've collected through just past sets, things I found out of chafe, and some cards were given to me, some cards I've bought, but last time I played that deck, you guys were not letting me have fun.
Well, that's because when
There's
you
a reason.
you let one dragon on the board, you can kind of deal with it. When you let 6 on the board, you kind of hate life, and we all pick on her.
Yep. It's not a fair match.
So,
And I don't even have Dragon's Tempest in that deck yet.
yet.
Or Warstorm.
Yeah, Warstorm Surge is a
working on it.
phenomenal evil card. You're welcome. Yeah, the last pack I pulled Urza, and out of this pack, I ended up pulling Mishra. So that's pretty hot. And this, of course, is the full art version of
Ooh,
Mishra.
I like that one.
But yeah, and here he is in his amazing glory.
Nice.
So yeah, really good cards. And one of my favorite cards in this set, of course, is Millstone. It just basically tap 2 mana, tap it, and then target player mills 2 cards. Doesn't sound like a lot, but after a while it adds up.
Yeah.
Kind of a fun little card. Okay.
Yeah. Mac, what is your favorite deck you're playing right now? 'Cause I know you've got a briefcase full of decks.
Yeah, really, the one I have a lot of fun with is my Godzilla deck, and it's 15 different gods in it, and then it's got 8 or 9 Godzilla cards. Wizards teamed up with Toho and got the licensing to do Godzilla cards. So what they did is they would take Millstone, and they would drop Millstone's name from here and drop it as a little bar underneath and say Godzilla's altar or whatever.
Yeah.
So
And that was out of Ikoria, correct?
It was Ikoria, yep.
correct. Yeah, and they really did a neat job with that. And there was a little blowback in the beginning, but it's just like anything. You get used to it, you have fun with it, and it's really the name of the game.
Right.
Some people play this competitively, but really it's the it's the private market. It's the people that want to have fun at it. It's really driving it now.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Right. I remember when there was just 4 or 5 people at the local store playing EDH.
Yep.
And before EDH, it was another game called 5 Color. So that's kind of like the lineage of Commander.
Right.
Commander comes out, Wizards adapts that idea and creates, decks and sets and all kinds of crazy things for the game now.
Yep.
So that's what's really drove the market.
Yep. And then we have like those multiplayer kind of scenario things. So what was the big one that we used to play? Plane Chase.
Oh, Plane Chase.
Yeah, Plane Chase. That was fun.
Plane Chase
I haven't played that in a while, actually.
Yeah, that adds another layer of craziness. If you want just absolute chaos,
Yeah.
you play Plane Chase. There's a lot of people who actually just hate that.
Yeah.
They don't like the randomness. They want to be able to. Granted, they're playing a 100-card deck.
Right.
I mean, there is some randomness to it. You can make it to where it's amazingly efficient, but you're still going to have a level of randomness.
Right.
Plane Chase throws that out the window. It just says, screw it.
Sure does.
You're not going to get a chance to do whatever you wanted to do.
Right.
You're just going to be hosed.
Yep.
So let's get these back in focus and dive through some cartage here. And we're hoping that is a schematic. So you notice on these 2 cards, you got one that's kind of got a little normal background to the artifact, but this one's got a little, extra drawings and things, kind of beginnings of what the card actually became. So that's another layer within the deck, or within the set. I believe it's 1 in 6 packs has a schematic in it. And I
cool.
might have skipped over a couple of them, but, this is the first, I believe, the first rare I've pulled that's a schematic
Nice.
card. Now, the foil versions of those are just insanely cool looking. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll pull one.
Have you ever thought about getting any of these cards graded?
Yeah, there's actually a few cards that Brothers to the End. Sorry. ADD here. Yeah, there is another level to the craziness that is the money value of this end of this game, and that's grading cards.
Yep.
And they'll do everything from breaking out and measuring the edges to the placement of the wording to the actual color of the card, front and back, and they'll grade you from 1 to 10. Like a Black Lotus at 1, maybe only a few $1,000s. I don't know. That's just a guess, but we've seen what a graded 10 does, and that's like $3 million.
Yeah.
So thanks, Post Malone.
Yeah, no kidding.
Actually, I think he did buy that one.
Well, and the funny thing is we talk about like celebrities that get into these kind of games, right?
Yeah.
Post Malone seems to be the only one that has half a mind, and he's not driving in an insane market. Like, yeah, he wants the big cards, but he's not saying like, oh, this set is like you have to get this one, and then driving the market up insane, right?
Right.
He's keeping it cool with everybody.
He's a player.
Yeah, he's a player.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's just a player that does a lot of cool other stuff and has a little bit of cash to dump into things.
Right.
Late in the game, if you got in early like I did, usually you end up with some very expensive cards, not because you bought them, just because you threw them into a closet and forgot about them.
Right.
Well, I mean, that goes with any card game, like Pokemon and some of the early Yu-Gi-Oh cards as well.
Well, yeah, those are literally the only ones that still hold value, is the old ones. We've had a lot of reprints of those, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at least Magic still kind of keeps it fair, you know what I mean? Because they keep doing these reprints with some of these sets. And, yeah, there's still some good chase cards, obviously, like out of this set. This is a throwback to, the original story.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to continue with storyline, what they plan on doing. I haven't read all what happens to Teferi when he goes back.
See, last I saw of Teferi was in the comics where he retired and was just living on a farm. That was the last I've seen of Teferi.
Yeah. That's another thing I want to get into is the comic books for it.
It is very dense, I'll give you that. You might want to watch some Magic lore videos first.
There are definitely a few of those out there. I don't know what you plan on doing with the lore stuff, but there's some out there that are 4 hours long.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
I'm
it
not sure.
literally goes from alpha to like M20. M20 was kind of a year-long set.
Yeah.
It is basically like their own audiobooks with how
Yeah.
long some of those videos can
Which is
get.
good because I have a really long drive to work. That worked out perfect.
You do.
I do.
Now,
Cityscape level. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
there was one lore video, if I can find it, that I saw that actually kind of got me into the magic lore, and it was basically explaining how the War of the Spark happened, and kind of leading up to that, like what the Eldrazi were, how they tried to set up like this network to keep the Eldrazi out.
Right.
Nobody really knows what the Eldrazi are. They are basically the Lovecraftian horrors that exist between dimensions to munch on dimensions.
Big pain in the ass. That's
Yes.
what they are.
And
That's a good card.
Nahiri, who is a planeswalker, and I forget his name, but the vampire from Innistrad.
Markov. Well, Soren.
Soren,
Soren,
yeah. And the opposite of Nicole Bolas. I forget his name, it's his brother.
Oh, that would be the Ugin.
Ugin, yes.
okay.
So those three decided to set up a network to keep the Eldrazi
Ooh, I
out.
like that one.
Yeah, this is, I believe, Psychosis Crawler. If I can do it. Yeah, Psychosis Crawler.
Good call.
But this is the schematic. So that's what the card would look like. But this is also one of those gold art sign
Oh,
cards.
I see that. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, they're neat. You can take them or leave them.
Yeah.
There's no real intrinsic value to them, at least not yet, because we talked about years ago of possibilities. There was another YouTuber that had mentioned, hey, maybe we should put serial number some of these cards. And guess what? That's what's in this set. So, and the gentleman also said, hey, why don't we have, cards that have been signed and autographed? Funny enough, they kind of have
Look
done
at
that.
Yep.
Now, what he was really talking about was actual autographs, like you would
Yeah,
get in,
from the artist.
like in football, and
Yeah.
Sprinkle them into the sets.
Exactly.
Basically make them tops.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's probably the next evolutionary step for Magic.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Signed cards, yeah.
She is an awesome card. You get her into play, and you got a way to protect her. You don't lose the game.
Fun. Is it a blue card?
No,
No,
it
it's
isn't.
colorless.
Yeah, it
so
is a blue card. It's colorless.
It's a blue card. It
So
is
it's
a blue card.
yeah, there you go.
So speaking of blue cards,
Ooh.
obviously my two favorite decks right now is Old School Teferi with all my wonderful creatures of the sea.
Which you've been sitting on that for a while now, and you haven't really broken that out until recently.
I keep doing little tweaks to it to just make it still ridiculous, but not fun, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, it was a good deck. I still
Yeah.
like Teferi as a another art card, sketch card. I like that version, the one that you can run as a general, and it's just kind of ridiculous. Once he gets rolling, it's hard to stop.
Yeah, that stop time and flipping, 4 target
Yeah.
permanents, all that stuff, basically every turn, and just keep playing stuff. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. Which I haven't even gone supernova with that thing usually. So obviously the big creatures are the wind all be alls. However, if I don't like you and I want to just extend the game, I can make a ton of zombies, water zombies.
So here's our first Transformer card,
Ooh, who do we get?
Ratchet, Field
Okay.
Medic.
Oh, very cool.
So, and what's really cool is its activated ability, and get back in focus here, is more than meets the eye. Is the actual name. It's kind of neat. It's got lifelink. He's a 2/4.
Lifelink makes sense for Ratchet.
Yep.
Right, and medic.
Yeah.
There we go.
Our favorite pharmacist or harmacist, depending on what side you're looking at.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, yep, there he is. Now, the cool thing about these cards is when you do his ability, you get to flip him over to
Just transform
He transforms.
into alt mode.
It is Ratchet Rescue Racer.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you say that 3 times.
Ratchet, Rescue, Racer,
Don't.
Ratchet.
Go ahead.
No. All right.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Remember that one?
I can't do that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, here you can go ahead and look at that because I know who wants to see those more than anybody else.
Yep.
Funny enough, in the same pack, I pull Urza.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Good turn.
So, fun fact with these Transformers cards, a lot of people thought when they first released the art that they were screenshots from Generation 1. They are not. They are original artwork that was made to
Good.
look
That's
like
awesome.
screenshots from Generation 1.
That's cool. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Kind of a neat thing.
That is cool. Well, considering so we play that Transformers deck building game, right? So
Yes.
some of that art is from the IDW stuff. Some of it's original too, right?
Some of it is original, some of it is IDW, some of it is from what's called Evergreen designs.
Okay.
They're basically designs that Hasbro wanted to use just cross-market.
Yeah.
So there's some Evergreen in there, but yeah, these are ones that were interpreted by artists to look like screenshots from what would be your standard Generation 1 episode.
Oh, I like it that he's with the Prowl.
That's Jazz.
Or Jazz, I mean. That's cool. Sorry.
How dare you?
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
There you are.
So we'll show them off again here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you get this treatment, then you can get it also in foil, and then what we call shattered glass. And then you can get that shattered glass also in foil, which is yet another chase card, kind of like the serial cards we were talking about, serial numbered cards.
Yeah.
Because if it's shiny, then people
It's
are going to want
money.
to bling out their decks.
And it's money. Now, the weird thing is the serial numbered cards are only to 500, so they're going to carry more weight when it comes to cash. What I've been noticing with the shattered glass ones, of course, Optimus Prime and Megatron are going to be your two biggies there. They're running about $200 just for those.
See, that actually surprises me quite a bit, because even though Megatron and Optimus are the leaders in Shattered Glass, the two most sought after toys right now for Shattered Glass is actually Starscream and Jetfire.
So shattered glass is toys, not only the cards.
So Shattered Glass
It's
is
also a comic series.
it is the mirror universe to the regular Transformers universe. So
So it's like the multiverse of like Transformers.
yes, so in that universe, the Decepticons are good and the Autobots are bad.
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Of
Let's
course.
geek out, because that's what this channel's all about.
Exactly.
Alright, yeah.
So-
go for it.
Do they have goatees?
Yes.
No shit. Do they
Yes.
really?
So-
yes.
Oh my
So-
god.
so-
Look up, if somebody's got a phone here at this table, look up Shattered Glass Rodimus Prime.
Well, mine's being used.
So what you're telling me is they stole the idea from Star Trek about, hey, let's go to a totally different universe. How are they going to be different? I don't know. Give them goatees.
Give 'em goatees.
They have goatees.
Well,
So
some
they're
of them,
evil.
Some of them have goatees, and obviously the main one is Rodimus. He has a goatee in that universe.
Yeah.
But the mainly it's the paint jobs. The paint jobs are different. The most
Okay.
notable one is Starscream's paint job is swapped with G1 Jetfire's. So where he has Jetfire's color scheme, Optimus is purple, and Megatron is white. So everybody's color schemes are also swapped.
Okay. Did you pull something else cool?
Weirdly, so I pulled another autograph card, which,
Okay.
you know, like I said, they're okay. But I pulled a Worm Coil Engine, which is a fairly decent card in the game. Also, it's gold sign, and I ended up pulling a Worm Coil Engine out of the same
That's
pack.
interesting.
Which, now all we need to do is pull a schematic foil numbered one behind it. Behind it? Let's try it again.
You're
Wah,
close.
wah.
Wah.
I was trying, but you know what? That wasn't a bad little pack. You know, it's a great card for Commander. And there's Sawn in Half, I think, is the card where it's out of the unset that just came out. That is playable with standard Magic. And it basically takes this card, destroys it, creates two lesser versions of it, but then Wormcoil's ability is when it dies, it creates two lesser versions of itself. So then it gets into this whole craziness of algebraic gameplay.
Oh,
Wow.
lovely.
Yeah.
I love
My brain
algebra.
hurts.
Yeah, that's so much fun.
Exactly what I want in my card games.
So much fun.
If Sheldon Cooper played a card game,
That sounds like my hell.
now that almost looks like a Giger style
that's cool.
card. Yeah, I know this is Gix, but I can't remember what card. But yeah, look at that.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's really neat artwork. I like that. I need to.
Oh, yeah.
Who did that?
Who did that?
Dominic Meyer? Yeah, Dominic Meyer. Yeah. And it is Gix's Command. That's the name of the card. Let's try that. Yeah, it's kind of Giger-esque. Dig it.
Did you ever? So have you been collecting a lot of the Secret Lair stuff at all?
I bought quite a bit over the past couple of years, just like everybody else fell into that whole, hey, I gotta have it before it's gone.
Right.
Because if you don't know, Secret Lairs is a limited time run product, and it's print on demand. So if 35,000 people and one buys the set, that's all they make, and everybody gets one. Done. If 50 people buy it, that's it. Done. So they've been doing this for the past couple of years. And then Hasbro and Wizards, I blame Hasbro.
Everybody blames Hasbro at this point.
But it's kind of a big old cash grab. And
Okay, yeah.
That's really what it is. Now, occasionally they'll print something really cool, like they did the Walking Dead series.
That was really cool.
It was really neat, and every Magic player worth their weight in salt hated it.
Now, why?
Yeah.
Because they were cards that you could only get in Secret Lair. So if you didn't buy it in that limited time period,
You're basically screwed.
You basically.
you don't get it. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the
Exactly.
collector value obviously
Shot through the
skyrockets.
roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a Glenn's card, if you know anything about Walking Dead, Glenn is a character out of the show. They made a card of him. There's some decks that require 4 of them. So
Holy
if
crap.
they only
Whoa.
made
That's insane.
18,000 sets, there's only 18,000 of those out there, which, some people would say, oh, that's a lot.
Not
Not
really.
really.
Not
Not
when
in the
they
grand
printed
scheme of
like that.
things.
295,000 prints of this.
That's
Comics.
nuts.
Yeah. Or whatever it is. Some
Yeah.
astronomical number.
The one, okay, so there was 2 Secret Lair sets I wish I even had like the money and the time to invest into was the Japanese scenery set that they had. So it was scenes from like Kyoto and like Yokohama and
They had
Tokyo.
Godzilla in it.
Yes, one of them did have Godzilla.
They
in it.
all had Godzilla.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
That
it was
is
the Godzilla
Was that the
hysterical.
Ikoria one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
it,
that one
yeah.
was cool.
Which is the basic lands I have in my Godzilla deck.
Yes.
Yeah, excuse me, Godzilla deck.
Yeah. Well, no. Okay. So yes, that set too. However, there was one. It was more like a kind of Japanese animation style, as far as like the art on the card. It was more like a cell shady looking. Oh, did you pull something cool?
Well, I pulled a. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh,
you
you're
there.
good.
I just kind of flipped through these cards and went, oh, there's a rare. Oh, look, there's another rare. Oh, look, there's a rare. Oh, wait, there's a foil rare. So that's a 4
Wow.
4.
Got a god
That's
pack.
cool.
Well, yeah, it's kind of neat. I don't know who this person is. We'll have to get into that card later, but see how so broken it can be. I apologize, Rita.
Oh no, you're good. But yeah, so it was the kind of a like cell shaded animated looking like background of the Secret Lair card. Very, very, very limited because I don't remember seeing it more than like 2 weeks.
Yeah, in the beginning they did that for a while. Now what they've been doing is they'll do what they call a summer drop. I think that's what they called it.
Yeah.
Where they're doing it like twice a year, and it's just this big set that, funny enough, ends I think this Sunday. And of course, it has the Post Malone cards in it.
Yeah.
Where he took basic lands and arted on it, and they just copied them. And then the Warhammer 40K, which is the big
Yep.
draw to this,
Right, yep.
the Secret Lair. But really, it's the chase cards that's behind those cards that you're looking for. So you'll take your little pack of cards out of the box, you'll flip the entire pack over, and there's a little piece of cardboard, and on the back side of that cardboard is a random card. And some of them can be duds like basic lands, or some of them can be thousands of dollars.
Right.
You just don't know. So, once again, that's their secret part of the Secret Lair stuff.
The secret.
Double secret probation.
Right. Yes. And then the other set that I actually was really interested in, and it just disappeared, was when they did the quick Street Fighter one.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Yeah, I didn't get it either. And like I said, I only saw it, I shit you not, for like maybe 2 weeks. And then it just
Yeah.
never
Not the
saw
link
it
that was
again.
out.
Yeah, didn't even see it again.
Okay,
So
so
yeah, let's start burning through some of these.
it really was a really neat set. Sorry, I get to talking. I slow down
Yep.
and
It's okay.
We're geeks. Hey, another schematic.
Yeah.
So
Well, they're mainly here just to listen to our voice anyway, right? So this is just extra content.
okay, what else do we get here?
Funnily enough, I remember exactly what set I came in on for Magic as well.
What was it?
I believe it was Zendikar. actually.
Okay.
That's a good set.
I came into that set because at the time I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh, but the way the meta was going, I was starting to
Ooh, I like
just
that.
really hate the game because it was so fast. And like, if you didn't know your 9-card combo turn 1, then that's it. You weren't going to win the game. And Redemus then introduced me to, I believe you introduced me to Magic first before we played Pokemon, right?
Did I? I don't remember.
I think, yeah, you were the first to teach me how to play Magic. I know
yeah,
that.
actually it was, because we were looking at, what starter deck was that? It was the Crabs?
No, it was,
Yeah, Crab Battle.
actually, yeah, I think you let me play Crabs, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because did I give you that deck or did you buy it? I can't remember.
Well, no, you had a Crab deck that you let me play.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And then I went to Walmart, saw the AC Torrent of
Yeah,
Gaia Straight
that's it.
deck.
That's what started it.
When, ooh, that looks cool. Picked up the shelf, not knowing that was probably one of the best structure decks I could have bought.
Yeah.
And fell in love with that deck. Added about $20 worth of landfall support engine,
Yeah.
and here I am. It's still one of my favorite decks to play.
I will say the benefit to Magic also as the game in whole is their pre-con decks are actually all relatively good.
I've
out
not
of the box.
had, well, actually, no, that's a lie. I was going to say, I've not really seen a bad one, but in my opinion, the Kamigawa ones were a letdown, but that's just me, so...
That was kind of a drop. I mean, I know a
Yeah.
lot of people obviously were excited about that, but there was a couple people, up in corporate that were not fans of Kamigawa. So, ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's boo.
Ooh.
That's out of the D&D
The
set.
D&D set.
That's
yeah.
cool.
That's one of
Wonderful.
Merlin's favorite cards.
Because yeah, I mean, it's just really a neat story. This one dude just runs around in all of D&D with a little bitty hamster that he will throw at you and it will murder your face.
Get him,
Yes.
boo.
Get him, boo.
Get him, boo!
Well, and that's also another funny thing about the Gamers Guild too, is because of the Dungeons and Dragons set, Merlin picked up a hamster just
Yep.
for that, and his name is James the
James.
Angry Hamster. You can go and visit him too if you check it out.
Which, for a while, because of Facebook being crappy, that was the de facto admin of the Ye Gamers Guild page for a little bit.
He was,
As
yeah.
far as I know, he still is.
He might still be, actually.
And Merlin's pissed about it
Yep.
that a
Did you get
hamster was
another
running the
Transformers
thing.
card?
I know you all seen that. Tia hasn't seen it yet.
What is it?
I'll show Reed.
Oh my god!
What did you pull? Who did you pull?
Let's see. Here, I'll let you all see this first.
The intensity.
Who did you pull?
Transform and pull out.
Did you pull Optimus?
Optimus.
Nice.
Got an Optimus. Yep, that is gorgeous.
Oh, he is so pretty. Oh, that's really funny as well. His colors is literally his paint job.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's an easy card then.
So far out of the box, 2 Transformers. That's about it.
Oh my god, that's actually hilarious. When Optimus Prime dies, return it to the battlefield.
Wow.
That's not broken.
Wait a minute.
So, fun fact, Optimus Prime in the Generation 1 continuity has died a total of 5 times.
Wow.
So far.
No, that was Generation 1 continuity ended at...
Oh,
What did
okay.
it end at?
So the one we were used to, basically.
Yeah. In that timeline, he was killed 5 times.
After all is said and done.
4 packs to go.
4 packs, and we only had 2 Transformers.
Well, that's about what you're going to get out of
Okay,
the set.
Out of a
boost.
so
set
so that's what
booster.
you should expect at least.
Right,
Gotcha.
yeah, roughly.
Now, is it guaranteed 1? And if you get lucky, maybe another one.
Guaranteed 1 out of the collectors, yes.
Okay.
More than that, not that we've seen.
Gotcha. We're down to a few more packs.
And, there's that Gix card that we were just looking at.
Yep, we were talking about
Gix's
that.
Command.
Trying to remember one of the what was the set with the original Loxodon Warhammer and the original Scimitar or Scimitar, depending on how you
Oh,
pronounce it.
jeez. I don't know.
It was the one from I think it was 98 or 99.
There's been so many sets. God.
Yeah.
Because I remember it was very centered around the Planeswalkers at that point. It's one of the first or
maybe
second
the
sets.
Allura sets?
Maybe.
Speaking of the Dragon Engine, there he is.
Oh,
Ramos?
cool.
Oh yeah, that is Ramos. I asked the question earlier if the Dragon Engine artifact was related to Ramos the Dragon Engine, and we think it is.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
I mean, the art looks similar, so I'm assuming, but again, it's magic lore. I don't know.
Interesting.
Underground River. That completes the series of lands that they were going for, the Pain lands.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Comes into play, tap, deal 1 damage to yourself for black or blue, or just tap for colorless. So,
Cool.
completes that cycle.
Mac, what's your favorite color to play?
Black.
Black.
People are like, blue's cheaty, and I'm like, I will show you cheaty.
I was going to say, black is
gets away with
definitely
so
up there.
much.
Yeah.
Black is the emo of the Magic world. It will hurt itself to win
It's
the
not a
game.
phase, Dad.
Wow.
You know, I need to make a deck called that.
Yes.
It does nothing
Not
but
a
every
phase.
card deals damage to me, but I'm going to win.
Yes.
Yeah. So blame her.
Oh, wow.
Just say blame her.
It's not a phase, Mom. This is who I am.
Notice me, senpai.
Goblin Charbelcher. You want to make friends go away. That's how you do it. So there's, oh, I got what I wanted. There's a cheaty decked Charbelcher, and it runs 1 land. It runs a Taiga. Or Taiga. And if you get it out, it mills through the entire deck, and you tap this sucker, and you just kill everybody.
Wow.
Interesting.
There's a lot more to it, but that's the gist of it. Let's see. Of course, that's kind of cool. And, oh, weird. They don't have the little... I just noticed that the rares on the retros don't have the little foil symbols at the bottom. That's kind of cool. Didn't notice
I
that.
wonder why they did that.
Yeah, I don't know. And, of course, this is another 3 foil pack, or 3 rare pack. But more importantly, I did get a card I was wanting. Funny enough,
cool.
it's only
Nice.
an uncommon. And it's a foil Ornithopter
Nice.
in retro
Nice.
foil.
Ooh.
Which is kind of cool looking.
I do like
It's a
how
geek in me.
with this set they do have the retro backing on some of the cards.
Yeah, that is cool.
I'm such a sucker for like old retro Magic cards.
Right.
Yeah. The Browns.
Yeah.
I mean, that you can tell it's foil, unlike the other ones.
Yeah.
Plus, they went back to the original Swish star at the bottom, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, I dig it. And this is the last pack for this. Then we'll dive into the collectors and be done for the night.
Nice.
Hope we haven't bored you all, but there's a lot of really crazy stuff in there. And funny enough, the last thing is a dragon.
Nice. So out of that box, how much are those boxes going for MSRP?
$100.
$100.
That's
Now,
not
how would
actually that
you
bad.
value this pull?
That's also a trick question. It's going to be based off of a couple of things. I mean, that's an insane amount of rares coming out of one box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When before, back in the old days, we were getting 36. Now you're getting, 50.
Yeah, that's
pretty
chunky right
good.
there.
So that's also what's killing the market, is something like this. So now instead of me pulling only 1 Tyrant of Courage's out of the box, I have a good chance of pulling multiples.
Yeah.
So, but, again, that gives you a chance to be able to, what I'm looking for is the set symbols, or the rarity. Be able to pull expensive cards out in droves. So back in the day, you'd only get maybe 4 mythics per box, and I'm up to what, 7 already? Maybe we'll count them here in a second. But it's just an insane amount, which also is killing the value of it. So when you look at it, I pulled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus the 2 Transformers, 12,
Optimus is there.
13. They consider those mythics.
Yeah.
That's kind of controversial too. And if you pull the set cards that are in here, I've pulled another mythic, and I know there's a rare in there, but we don't need that.
So when did they change that? Because I remember it was extremely hard to pull a mythic in a box.
Yeah.
Really, when they started going to the set boxes is when they
Okay.
really started just packing them in.
Gotcha.
Now, granted, they control what goes into them and how often you really get it.
Yeah.
There's got to be some degree of that within it. So,
I remember when Wolfman and I were living together, like he would buy constant boxes, and I think he pulled maybe one in every like third
One
box.
mythic or something.
Yeah, it
Wow.
was insane. 1 in 4. Okay.
That's 4 per box.
Yeah.
That was kind of the average.
Gotcha.
Sometimes you get lucky. Now, I did watch a kid pull a mythic out of every other pack in a fat pack. And there was like 9 packs in there. So every other one had a mythic in it. And the weird thing is one little story. There's one little thing I remember. The kid had never pulled a mythic before.
Okay.
So he bought a fat pack, which I believe it had 9 packs in it. He cracked it and is sitting on like 4 or 5 mythics.
Wow.
Wow.
And he's just staring at me. Yeah, it was just something real, an oddity. And it happens. I mean, there's
Got a God box.
got a God box to him. Yeah. So there we go.
Impressive.
Got it for a second.
Yeah.
And we'll clean up here real quick, and then we'll open the showstopper.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
All right, and we're back. So now we're going to crack into the collector's booster box. These
Show
are
me
big
the money.
ones.
Yeah.
That's basically what this is. These run about 200 plus bucks a box. We're opening one tonight, and I've got 2 more rolling in. And when it gets here, we'll dive into those as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
So I do have this. I do have some sleeves because it is possible to pull thousands
We could
of
be
dollars.
pulling some big stuff.
We could be pulling some money here.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Show me the money.
We're looking for Transform in every pack. We're looking for foil retro. We're also looking for anything that's got numbers where it's not supposed to have numbers.
Okay.
Right.
So let's dance.
We need to do the Transformers, like, cutscene while we do things.
No, you need to do, while I'm opening this box, throw in the
Transformer sound.
Transforming sound.
Yeah.
You also need to throw up a picture of Rodimus Prime with his evil goatee in shattered glass when we talked about that too.
Yeah.
Now, these boxes look amazing. I mean,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
Yeah,
foil
that is
as
gorgeous
well.
box.
So, all right, like I said, 12 packs.
12 packs. Let's roll.
Now, I will say one thing, they feel a lot easier to open than the previous packs.
Oh, yeah. That's kind
I
of.
remember the D&D set,
not
the collector's
butter, but
packs
it's
in
like-
that you had to really tear into them to get them open.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to be a little more gentle with these because here, let's move that over.
Okay, hold that for like 2 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good.
Okay, so we're going to be a little more gentle with these because there, like I said, there are thousands of dollars that can be pulled out of these possibly. We'll just go with it, and I don't expect it, but there's going to be something. So your first few cards are going to be your common cards. We're just going to slide those off to the side.
Spoil versions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you're going to run into a couple of uncommons. Then you're going to run into your foil land. Wow, we're going to hit
that.
a... Is this going to be an insane thing? Okay. So we're going to start into our rares and mythics, and already off the bat, 2 mythics.
Nice.
shit.
So 2
Okay.
mythic pack, and I'm not even to the end yet.
Nice.
So let's carry on here. People are probably going to scream and yell about piles. That's okay. I
Yeah.
don't care so much. Then we're going to go Bone Souls, Reedy. And okay, so this is something we've seen in a lot of these packs where the retro foil is also followed up by the same exact card.
Oh, that's odd.
Interesting.
It's happened a lot. So then Door to Nothingness, good evil card, and then Gold Bug,
Oh, that's
Oh.
interesting.
which you can't call him.
No, it's
Why?
Bumblebee.
But why can't you call it Bumblebee?
For-
Do you know this?
Because Bumblebee was destroyed and rebuilt into Goldbug, right?
I would assume it's for marketing reasons.
Who owns the Bumblebee? Chevy.
Oh, Camaro.
Yeah, so there's a thing about that where
Wow.
people think that Chevy wouldn't release the name Bumblebee to them since it's I don't know. It's just something weird with Chevy involved with.
Michael Bay owning the Camaro. and
Probably.
the Bumblebee edition and all that.
To make it clear, though, Goldbug and Bumblebee are the same character.
Right. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's the same guy. So yeah, here. And I know you want to see that.
Yeah.
And then a retro foil
and Spike's in the
mythic
background.
Staff of Domination.
Nice.
So that's a pretty good little hit. And then of course your token.
Actually, no, I know why they did this for this set.
Okay, bring it on.
Okay, so in Shattered Glass, Bumblebee is not known as Bumblebee, he is known as Goldbug. To keep it the same
okay,
for
so that makes sense.
To keep it the same for consistent cards, because it's the old art of the card, they'd have to call him Goldbug, not Bumblebee, without changing the card.
Okay.
Otherwise, he would not have had an alt art. Like RC, for example, does not have a Shattered Glass alt art because she's not in Shattered Glass yet, as we know.
Gotcha.
That's also the same reason we did not get Wheeljack either, and why Slicer is proving to be a continuity headache.
Interesting.
Slicer.
Yeah, so Slicer is
that card.
Wheeljack's continuity counterpart to Shattered Glass. However, Slicer also exists in the G1 universe as himself,
Oh, there we go.
so he is a paradox. Oh, Cyclonus.
That's a fun card.
And a foil Door to Nothingness. Power Stone.
Nice. I love the Power Stones.
I forgot that he was in this set. Which is really weird because Galvatron isn't.
Now what's
yeah.
really kind of funny is the, well, not yet. Give him time. Oh, thank you, Reed.
Yep.
Laserbeak and one of the other cassettes, Ravage.
Yeah.
Ravage. Are token cards, but they're
Yes.
insanely
Okay,
hard to
yeah,
get a hold
that's
of.
awesome.
Yep, they are. And Ravage is I believe he's a 1/1 with Death Touch, I want to say.
I don't know yet.
Interesting.
We'll find out
That'd
here
be
in a minute.
weird.
I've
'Cause
seen them
hopefully we'll find
online.
one. So there's our 4 commons. There should be a couple of uncommons. There should be our foil land.
Yep.
We're going to start
Gorgeous.
piling into our rares. Our commander card. Hey, look, foil schematic Swiftfoot Boots.
Nice.
That's a
Cool.
good card.
I like that.
Ooh.
So shiny it's hard to see.
All right. So what other big
Wow,
stuff we got?
that is a chromed out prototype.
So
Nothing
one of the
huge.
hard cards to hit in this set is the Mox, and that's what it looks like.
Oh.
Mox
Ooh.
Amber,
Yep.
non-foil, but in retro frame. Yeah, that's one of the big ones everybody's trying to hit. So
That's
there
cool.
we go, gang.
Nice.
And Jetfire.
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Is it Jetfire or is it Skyfire?
Nah, Jetfire.
It's Jetfire
Yeah.
now.
Okay. Cool.
So there's what Jetfire looks like.
They have the issues sorted out with Macross because
Oh, good.
yeah, that's been a thing for a long time
Apparently
now.
Macross is coming back too. I saw.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever been away.
No,
That
they-
is
Japan.
true. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, they never really got rid of it, but here in America, because
Looks like
Macross and
he's
Macross
fixing
Plus
it.
were awesome, excellent series.
I was a big Robotech fan as a kid.
Robotech was awesome. Well, Robotech is getting not necessarily a remaster, but it's kind of a remaster.
I
So,
know they've Robotech's still been putting out books.
they are still doing books. Yeah, you can still get the nicer like Kotobukiya kind of like figures and models and stuff like that, which is really cool. I like that. It's Gundam-esque.
No,
Oh, Robotech.
it's Robotech-esque.
Robotech-esque.
That's what
Yeah.
Gundam is. Sorry.
Nope, that's true. Random bring up too. You remember Escaflowne? That's another old one too.
That is one of the big cards that everybody's after too, Diabolic Intent.
Cool.
Yet another black cheaty tutor card that, gets you what you want. So
Yeah.
a lot of people are looking for that one too.
Nice.
And this is the land that fits in with the Urza land cycle that was started way back in Urza sets.
Yep.
Yeah, and that kind of completes it. So there's your workshops.
Cool.
Let's see, which one is that? Self-assembler. Kind of neat. Ivory Tower. Psychosis Crawler. We've seen the schematic command. And this is one she's probably going to yell out about. Got RC.
Nice.
Cool.
No, I didn't. I couldn't remember if that's the one you hated or
No, Flame War
No,
is
it's
the
Flame War.
yeah,
Flame War.
Flame War.
Yeah.
hated. She said she hates it.
Hated it.
It's just because it's stupid waifu tax for the comics. That's all it is. Even though Slipstream is the better Decepticon waifu in my opinion, but okay.
Flame War is awful.
Explain to me what the heck is a waifu.
Okay, so while we're breaking this down as you open these packs. So basically, a waifu is a character in a series that is considered both hot, sexual, and a commodity. So for instance, if we look at, just reference Lilith, or Liliana. She would be considered kind of hot, right? Some of her art, not bad looking, right? Kind of a step on me mommy kind of vibe with a little death intent.
I don't know if I want to go down this rabbit hole any further with you, Reed.
I mean, but I'm just saying, that's kind of the idea, right? So you go to different game sets and all that kind of stuff. So for like Transformers stuff, like Flame War, ooh, Megatron, nice.
Ooh.
Oh, it's super foil too.
Oh,
That
nice.
is nice. But essentially what happens with the waifu thing is because these quote unquote girls or husbandos is the guy
male
version,
equivalent.
yeah. They drive up more cost on some of these cards because they're characters that, people really want.
It's
or
literally
like.
called the waifu tax.
The waifu tax, essentially, yes. So
Okay.
or husbando tax.
Never
Oh,
heard of
Megatron.
Husbando.
Yeah.
That alt mode chromed out looks
oh, I
so
know,
good.
it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's also hard to see on.
It is kind
Yeah.
of hard.
But it's
Good
so
old
good
foils.
looking.
Good old foils. Let's hope these don't curl like Pringles.
Yeah. Magic still hasn't fixed that problem yet.
God, no. No.
Just, set a book on them. It'll flatten them out. Or put them in a sleeve. That's usually the dead right on.
But yeah, because Flame War appears in Shattered Glass 2, that means we've got to have our media tie-ins. So
She was terrible in the Transformers TCG.
Goldbug.
Goldbug again. Okay.
And a foil diabolic intent. So that's 2 out of that box.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Playable. Very cool.
Okay.
Yeah, generally when it comes to Transformers waifus, it's usually a toss-up between RC, Windblade, Slipstream, and Nightbird for most fans. Although Airazor and Black Arachnia sometimes get in there too.
Oh, Black Arachnia was
Yep.
very, very much
I
weirdly
have a f-
up there.
I have a feeling a lot of people probably hit puberty because of her, so...
No, actually, mine was from the Aladdin animated series.
Was it Jasmine?
No, it wasn't Jasmine. It was the like leopard, weird Cleopatra
Oh.
chick.
Okay.
Am I a furry?
Maybe.
Oh no. Anyway.
Oh, if you want to know who mine was, I'm fairly sure this was for several people. Mine was Ezio Auditore de Firenze.
Yeah.
Another Megatron
Another
regular.
Megatron. And a foiled schematic Gilded Lotus.
Ooh.
Now, the numbered version of this is what I've seen on eBay for a few $1,000s.
Holy crap.
Oh.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's awesome. Oh, and Scorpina from Power Rangers.
Oh.
All right, now we're burning through these packs pretty quick, so let's see what we got.
Done here.
All right. Have we hit any like serious cash money cards yet?
Not really.
I don't know, maybe that Megatron foil, although I don't know.
No.
Not really.
I haven't really looked at the prices for these cards, honestly.
Kind of the Transformers ones, they're just for collector reasons, right? Like not necessarily for flip reasons.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be playing them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I saw a lot of people that were pretty mad they couldn't make full decks out of them.
I mean, that's the same shit I kept running into with like Kamigawa, right? I couldn't run a
Another Optimus.
TMNT
Optimus.
and
And pulled a foil, quite a spike. Good card.
nice.
4 to go. 4 to go.
Hey, why don't you clean up those stacks? Just kidding. Perfect. I want to see those stacks cleaned up. I said the real cleaning. Perfection.
Okay, so uncommons.
ASMR for
Uncommons.
Don't.
cracking packs.
Although I don't really mind that crinkly noise so much as chewing. I hate like food
Oh,
ASMR.
Yeah, don't
no.
chew cud in my ear, please.
Please don't do that.
Foil Mishra's Bobble. Millstone.
Seen some full arts in there.
Titan.
Ooh,
Man, I'm getting a lot of doubles.
Yeah.
that's kind of nuts.
That's, yeah.
I thought we would have saw a couple
Shiny
different ones at least.
Cyclonus. It's kind of...
Foilers is work.
It's kind of
Nice,
odd
that's
how
cool.
they've
And
made
another rock.
Cyclonus basically into his own character thanks to the comics, and I'm kind of here for it, honestly. Kind of made him into a sad samurai that sometimes gets happy and sometimes does not.
Yeah.
Pull the Ravager.
Ooh, shiny Ravage too.
One of my favorite Insecticons of all time.
Yeah, we'll get to him in a second.
Yep.
Blah, blah, blah. Commons. Blah, blah, blah. Uncommons.
And how many of those Insecticons can you get? Is it just the two?
It's just Ravage and Laserbeak, yeah.
So,
Okay.
out of this pack, we are starting out with Mythics. So we'll see.
Nice.
how
Ooh,
many
interesting.
of those.
Okay.
Just one.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay.
The
Wah,
hype,
wah.
the hype was there, and then it gone,
Dang it.
and it's gone.
2 Mythics. Got another staff.
Okay.
Blaster.
Okay.
Sound Blaster.
No, just regular Blaster.
Oh, okay.
Remember, because Sound Blaster is clone Soundwave, and
Oh, that's
Blaster
right,
is the
that's right.
comms officer.
Yeah, that's it. The other cassette cassette tape.
Yep.
Walkman. It's pretty cool art though. I really like that. Not a
Yeah.
foil though, right? So
No.
Nah.
But I still like
Still
they...
cool.
2 to go.
2 to go. All right, give us the money.
I do like how
Money, money,
his
money,
art as
money.
well has the
Money.
basketball.
Ravage. And then, of course, in the backside of
That
gonna
is
be a
pretty
Power
cool.
Stone. Yeah, the whole set's chocked full of cards that
Oh, he's Menace Death Touch 3/3.
Yeah.
Okay.
produce Power Stones.
Which kind of surprised they didn't put Eject and Rewind in there, considering Blasters in this set, but okay.
Yeah. Probably just staying with the staples, I would guess. So.
I don't know, would you consider Flame War a staple? Because I wouldn't.
Well, and again, I didn't read Shattered Glass, so
I
just
haven't
couldn't
either.
really tell you.
So-
So.
Well, I haven't read Shattered Glass 2. I did read Shattered
I
Glass
was
1.
gonna say you read the first one. I
Another
bought you
Ratchet
those.
and a land. Yeah, just Ratchet. So this box has had a lot of duplicates as far as
Yeah.
Transformers.
That's interesting.
Last pack.
No Shattered
Come
Glass
on.
either.
No whammies. No whammies.
Yeah, but yeah, I wasn't gonna expect to get one of those or the serial number cards. They are insanely difficult to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well, that's a cool card. I like the art on that one.
which one?
That one you just had in your hand. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Is that a Meyer or what is that?
Haywire Might.
Okay, Might. Gotcha.
And of course, land. Thrian Spider.
And I'm sure if you guys want to pick up some of these, again, check out Ye Gamers Guild. Tell Merlin that 8 Bits and Dice Rolls podcast sent you over there. He might hook you up with a little bit of
Shiny
discount.
Optimus.
Another
Oh,
Optimus.
nice. That's a good little pull right at the end.
And
Just throw the cards
more
over the
Stones,
table.
and now it's
And
just like, fuck it.
Just throw the cards over the table.
Yeah.
Foil Cage Sun schematic.
Cool.
So, I hit some pretty good cards out
Yeah.
of here.
Yeah, not too bad for a collector set.
Not too
bad
Stable.
at all.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, that's what you want.
but, I mean, you look at all the Transformer cards.
There's a lot of duplicates in there. I'm kind of
that's kinda
surprised.
So overall, Mac, would you say pretty good purchase? Or just go for the regular
depends.
box?
It depends. You're
Depends on
never
what
going to
you're
make your
looking for.
money back unless you hit some really insane cards.
Yeah.
And that's very few and far between. But as far as, picking up a pack or two here and there and, playing the lottery system or just, if you're like me and addicted to the smell of what's inside these packs,
Yeah.
not so much anymore. But, it's kind of the excitement of just cracking something and then seeing new
yes,
cards.
gambling.
Yeah.
Gambling.
Ah,
Yeah.
gambling.
I do love gambling.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
No, but it's you get to see some really cool stuff, and occasionally when you do pull that oh my god card, you can say, "Yep, I pulled one of those.
I've had a couple of
Right.
those moments.
I
Yeah.
pulled a foil Force of Will."
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and it is definitely the adrenaline of the gamble thing, right? Because you are spending way more than obviously the single. but to crack it, there's just a whole new type of like high on life. You know, you've been searching for this forever or whatever, and you know it's the same thing for you're doing the Powerball, right? You buy a ticket and you don't expect too much, but if you get it, oh my god, you know, that's the fun part about pulling these packs, and it's for any other game too, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
any kind of collectability. To
mean,
something.
God knows, you and me, Redemus, we've had our moments when we've pulled Pokemon.
yes,
So-
yeah, no kidding. Pokemon.
Although,
and other games
Redemus, you
too.
have a horrible track record when it comes to Pokemon pulls.
Let's not talk about that, considering Mr. PKM Zinc pulled a $300 card from a Walmart booster pack.
Hey,
I was
Or
upset.
how about the time we bought 2 booster boxes, I pulled like 2 things and you pulled nothing?
Absolutely nothing. It was a waste of cash.
Yeah, my same thing goes for my brother and I. Now, generally, I pull pretty decently when it comes to Magic,
Yep.
Same.
for the most part. My brother, on the other hand, when we were buying baseball cards, like Mad Fools in the 90s, like everybody else, when nothing was worth the money, he bought a box and we were going to split it. I was trying to talk him into giving me half the box, that whole wimpy from Popeye mentality, give me half the box today, I'll pay you next week.
Yeah.
And the greedy little punk said, no, I'll just keep it. And he pulls a autographed Mickey Mantle baseball card out.
Oh my god.
And it would have been in my half, you little bastard. So,
Yeah, no shit.
yeah.
That's the same thing I do with Dustin. He's always like,
Yep.
"Okay, man, go ahead and pick the box you want. Okay, I'm gonna pick this one because you're looking at it. Okay, I'll take the one I wasn't looking at because that's what I wanted." And then of course he's pulling like $20, $50 cards. So I'm
Yeah.
like, "Are you shitting me?"
I had some pretty good pulls on the original Dungeons and Dragons set. I managed to pull the alternate art, the Evolving Wilds and Hive of the Eye Tyrant, I think it was called.
Yeah,
I pulled a lot from that set actually.
some pretty good stuff. So
I also weirdly pulled some Japanese full art cards from the Strixhaven collectors.
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So overall, what do you think?
yeah.
I like the boxes. I like what's in them. I really dig all the foil throwbacks that, normally we can't get anymore, that us old timers are like, what's this gray artifact border stuff?
Right. Yeah.
And
nuts.
now you've got everybody going, what are these brown border things?
Hey,
And,
I like
some-
the brown borders.
They are
I
cool.
do too.
I appreciate
And
them.
the original stars too.
Yeah.
Yep, the swishies at the bottom are back. The little
is
star
That's good.
symbols. Yeah.
Yep.
Instead of nothing and being meh.
Yeah. So
No, I like it. It's a really neat set. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to think this is probably the best thing that they've come out with in a long time.
yeah, I think
That's
so.
what I've got the feeling
I
of
think
too.
so. Well, if you guys like this set, make sure to drop that like, subscribe to the channel, and all that good stuff. Hit that notification bell so you can catch the next episode of the podcast. We're obviously going to have a lot more content of these, and they will be categorized by the different playlists and all that fun stuff. So if you like this one, there'll be plenty more. Make sure to let us know that you like it. If you don't, let us know about that too. We might swap it up a little bit. But thanks, Mac, for actually
Thank
coming
you.
over. This is
You're
awesome.
welcome. No, I appreciate y'all letting me do this for everybody else that's out here. So
Yeah, and we'll have a ton more as well. So, but I think till next time, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to put that coin in the slot, hit that power button, roll for initiative, and we'll see you next time.